Hey guys, welcome to the Raw Review presented by WrestlingRumors.net. I am Adam. This is Sam Daley. Follow her on Twitter at LadyNexus13. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at WrestlingRumors.net. Follow us at WrestleRumors and go to WrestlingRumors.net for all your wrestling needs. Tonight, Sam, we're covering Raw coming from Kansas City, Kansas.
Is that where it was from? You said that questionably.
I don't know. Where's Kansas City?
Leave me alone.
Where's Kansas City? Just a question.
Isn't it in Kansas?
Kansas City, Missouri, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is oh man. There is a Kansas City in Kansas too, but
yeah,
it's Kansas City, Missouri. So
I got it right.
So Kansas City, Missouri, tonight, Monday Night Raw. Opening up, obviously, with The Undertaker. We knew we were going to probably open with Taker. Sam, you didn't really get to see the segment. Let's break it down real quick for you so I can kind of get your reaction on it. Opening the show, he said he's coming back as a cold, vengeful, grim reaper. He said that streaks were made to be broken.
Fumbling your words there.
Fumbling my words already. I'm already Seth Rollins in the show already, a minute in. And he said that streaks were made to be broken, but Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar reminded people too much of it, and they wouldn't quit talking about it. And basically that enough is enough. Last night was his resurrection, and you can't kill what won't die, and he will conquer what is yet to be conquered. Sam, this was, in my opinion, one of Undertaker's best promos, I think, in maybe his career. And I know maybe it's because we haven't seen a Taker promo in such a long time, where he's been in the ring with a decent amount of mic time, but there was a weird grittiness to how he was talking. There was something, I don't know. I wasn't all in at first, with this. I was in, but I was like, well, let's see. The promo in the beginning alone already had me all in before we get to a segment we're going to talk about later on. So, Sam, but what you know of from the promo, what do you think about Undertaker and why he's back and coming to? Does it make sense?
Well, yeah, I think it makes sense. He really filled in a lot of gaps of why is he coming back after so long. I mean, they were both at WrestleMania. He didn't go after him then. It just seems like a weird time, like a random time to come after Brock Lesnar. But I think they really filled in the gaps tonight with those promos between him and the one from later, Paul Heyman. Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think there was in Heyman's promo. There's a point where I think now we find out why Undertaker, and even though the Undertaker didn't say it, Paul Heyman kind of tells you why this is becoming a big feud. So or why the timing is right, so to speak. So now we go backstage, and Steph and Triple H are elated. They're absolutely elated because now they know SummerSlam is booked. We have our match. It's Undertaker versus Lesnar 2. Let's call marketing. Let's call everybody that they can think of. Hunter basically says, I'm going to get on the phone, call Heyman, make sure that Heyman and Lesnar do not show up. Last thing we need is anything ruining this match, and that's how they end that segment. Obviously foreshadowing for some shenanigans later on in the night.
Anybody they tell to stay away from the show is obviously going to show up. Now, it's just Wrestling 101.
Now, staying with the Undertaker Lesnar storyline here, guys. Later on now we see Paul Heyman in a backstage segment. He's backstage. Steph and Triple H, I believe, are with Rob Schamberger, who does all the fantastic artwork from pro wrestlers from all around the world. He's a phenomenal artist, and I do believe that it was him. And so they're talking with him. They see Heyman. Heyman says that he is there, not, Lesnar is not there. Heyman is there basically just to deliver a message. Yeah. I'm the messenger in a way. He's just delivering a message for his client. That's all.
Yeah.
And
that's all. I mean, you want me to continue with what happened the rest of the show?
No. I just thought, at this point in the show, what were you thinking now?
Well, obviously Lesnar was going to show up.
Yeah, I mean
that's again. I don't even know why we're talking about it. It's obviously.
Well, I'm trying to hammer it home the point that we obviously knew something was going to happen, and it's interesting how quickly they got all of the Lesnar and Undertaker things out of the way. Yeah. And I don't want to say how much content they got within that first hour. But, you know, obviously we're going to get to that, guys. But backstage we see now Steph and Triple H are rallying the troops, so to speak. They have the WWE roster backstage saying, guys, we need your help. We're getting all the security we can, but we need to split these guys up. We want to make sure we don't trust Heyman. We know Lesnar's coming, so we need your guys' help. Nobody really seems interested, I'm going to be honest. And nobody really wanted to do it. But they're like, listen, guys, it's a bigger thing than us. This is about SummerSlam. So now it looks like they're, you know, will the guys rally out? You know, will they come out? So Paul Heyman, we get a big promo from him. There we go. Like I do every week, I'm just going to do that. There we go. But a couple poignant moments, I believe, that need to be talked about were, of course, he brags about the streak. Why wouldn't you? You know, basically, you know, if that were you, would you not brag about the streak? Lesnar ripped The Undertaker's claim to fame, and Taker ripped Lesnar's WWE World Title bout. So there's where the timing is for, you know, for Brock Lesnar. It was his time to get the title back, and that's when Undertaker made a decision. So, you know, Paul Heyman delivering the message, you know, kind of connecting those dots for us. And he said, you sold your soul to the devil for a rematch, but your ass belongs to Brock Lesnar.
I love that line.
I did like that line, and I think the crowd really enjoyed that line too. I think, you know, we get the Taker gong, all of a sudden he's in ring, he's going after Paul Heyman. Enter Brock Lesnar like a bat out of hell. He's running down.
Yeah, he just like sprinted for the ring.
Let's be fair. I haven't seen Lesnar move that quick.
You don't want to see Lesnar running at you like that because you know he's coming to fuck you up.
And I haven't seen Lesnar seriously move that quick in a long time. He was in beast mode, and I would and as this segment went on, we see why. So he comes out, he comes out, attacks Undertaker. Them two start to go at it. Now we see security get out there. We know security isn't going to be enough to handle these two monsters. The locker room empties. Triple H is leading everybody out. Like, come on, guys.
I like the Ascension were the first ones in ring, by the way.
Yeah, the Ascension were the first ones out. I like that everybody just kept sliding in.
There was a Brad Maddox sighting.
There was a Brad Maddox. Brad Maddox is WWE. There was a Brad Maddox sighting tonight. I kind of marked out for Brad Maddox.
I did.
Let me see. But so I'll say this: there was something, Then they go to camera break. They're going to keep going at it during commercial break. Commercial break. They come back. Now they're backstage. They're still brawling. Superstars still trying to break up Lesnar and Undertaker. Nobody can get these two guys separated. There were a lot of doubters, Sam, when it came to Lesnar Undertaker 2. One of them was you. Are you sold now?
Yeah, it makes sense now. Before it was like, it was random. Now it actually makes sense because they explained why, and I don't know, them just going after each other. It was just so funny just watching them, like, really want to go after each other. I
love Lesnar screaming, I'm going to kill you!
And then Undertaker was like, you're going to have to.
Yeah, it was so great. It gave it a very real feeling.
Yeah.
It gave it, and I compared it. I made a joke.
Lesnar just wouldn't give up.
Right, and
he just kept pushing people off of him and jumping into the crowd trying to get to Taker. It was just, I don't know.
I made a joke.
Awesome.
It looked like the ring after Holyfield and Tyson when Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. Not because obviously like blood and anything, guys, but what I'm saying is just like that whole chaotic scene of like two just groups of people just trying to pull people apart, or at the end, any prize fight or something like that goes haywire. We've seen them. You've all seen them. Mm-hmm. But it gave it a very real feeling to the match that maybe it did need. I don't think it necessarily needed it. But in some, to some point, I think it did. But I think you're right. I think to the skeptics of this match, I think that if you weren't as skeptical, if you're super skeptical, because Lord knows she can be super skeptical. If you're super skeptical, would this have sold you tonight?
Yes, definitely.
It would have.
It was so entertaining. How can it not sell you on it?
I thought it was great. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So, and it's something too that and they got a lot in very, very early, very quick, and I like that. And there was a lot of heat behind, a lot of momentum. Really, they wrapped up right after the 9 o'clock hour because 10 o'clock, I believe, was Rollins, and 11 was the main event. So you had this wrapped up in a bow by 9:15, 9:20, something like that.
My only complaint is that they showed Lesnar getting zip tied, and Lesnar didn't just laugh and break them. Like, in real life, Lesnar would probably just look at that and be like, yeah, okay, doink. just break them.
My favorite part was when Lesnar was backstage and they had everybody separated. R-Truth just being the voice of reason, just like,
just give him a space.
Come on, just give him a space. No, to Lesnar. Come on, dog. Just relax, dog. It's all right. Just settle down.
R-Truth was the best.
R-Truth, voice of reason, is to me is always hilarious. I don't know why. There were some really funny breakup moments like in that too. I thought it was really fun. Mm-hmm. I thought it was engaging. I don't know. I'm hyped up for the match now.
Yeah. I am too.
All right.
I wasn't, but now I am.
So, and good call on that, because I actually would have completely went over this one, but yeah. So Lesnar going away in handcuffs. Now they did say they are not pressing charges. So Brock Lesnar was just escorted out of the arena, but like Sam said, it was like the plastic cuffs. I just see Lesnar just...
It wasn't even plastic cuffs, it was zip ties. That's all it was.
Zip ties, right, yeah, but...
You're telling me Brock Lesnar can't break out of zip ties? Like, just like that?
They get tighter. I don't know.
It's plastic.
I get it,
this
but I don't know.
Lesnar
I don't put zip ties on myself. Am I Christian Grey? I don't do this.
No, but I mean, it's just plastic.
I don't... Yeah, but...
It's Brock fucking Lesnar.
I get it.
He's not strong enough to just break out of those?
Well, I don't know. Cops put those on people all the time. They don't seem to break out, so I don't know. I've never been arrested. I'm not a criminal.
They don't typically put them zip-tied in the front. It's usually in the back, so you can't get that momentum. But, I mean, it's Brock Lesnar. You just like that. I mean...
I don't know how we got on this, but yeah, I don't think...
Technicality.
I don't know. Yeah, listen.
Okay, enough about zip ties.
Listen, we don't question these things. Zip ties, zip lines, nothing. All right, so now, Seth Rollins, I think, and this is something else we're going to get to before we get to some of the matches. Seth Rollins, another big question mark was... What's going to happen at SummerSlam now? Because, you know, now it is Lesnar, Taker, who it's really up in the air. Who could we really put in a position to, you know, for him to face? Sam, what would your worst case scenario have been?
My worst case scenario? Rollins, Cena.
Yeah. So,
and that's kind of what it looks like we're going to get.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have is Seth Rollins cutting another fantastic promo. And, guys, Rollins is doing exactly... And, you know, everybody that's I feel, is giving Rollins a bad rap for not being a good champion, or he sucks. What's your opinion of Rollins as a champ?
I think he's been a good heel champ. He's a heel. I mean... His job is to make people not like him.
That's okay. Thank you.
So I mean, he's kind of doing his job when people hate him.
Thank you. So now, after he basically cuts his promo about how he was able to survive Suplex City, you know, and we go on from there. John Cena's music hits, and it really looks like they're setting up a champion versus champion match. Except this time, it's United States champion versus the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Sam, is this your WrestleMania match?
I hope not. I really hope not. Because doesn't whoever wins the Royal Rumble gets to face the champion?
No. That's at WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble's in January.
Oh, I thought you said WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
No, SummerSlam. No, I'm sorry. You know what? I may have said it's one of those. It's live. It's live, guys.
Yeah, I think that could be the SummerSlam match.
SummerSlam. Yeah. So SummerSlam. Yeah, that's what I meant, guys. I'm so sorry. So SummerSlam. So you're okay with Cena and Rollins?
I'm not saying I'm okay with it. I'm saying I think that'll be the SummerSlam match.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Now, let me ask you this question. And there's early reports going around that Dave Meltzer reported on his exclusive radio show that there were potentially some strong hands backstage that wanted to make sure that John Cena went over Kevin Owens last night and changed plans somewhat last minute. And is this a political move to get Cena in the title match for SummerSlam, your second biggest pay-per-view of the year? Was Kevin Owens basically just used as a goat of the moment, and were us as fans just used for a goat of the moment? And are they really? And it's being reported that they're trying to set Kevin Owens up to fail. Take it for what it's worth, you know. But this is being reported on Dave Meltzer, you know, on his radio exclusive. I'm sure there's going to be more reports about it tomorrow, but or later today, whenever you're watching this. But Sam, with the rumors that are out there that, you know, they're holding Owens back a little bit, that there's specifically certain people, although they didn't give names, There's specifically certain people holding people like that back. Is this more of a political move to put Cena in, or is this more of a desperation move because there's nobody else for Rollins?
It might be a little both. I mean, I don't know. With it just being a rumor that was reported, because, I mean, there weren't any names mentioned. It wasn't... I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I mean,
let's call a spade a spade. There's backstage politics.
What did I say in my prediction for that match? I don't think that they were going to give it to Owens because it's WWE. They're just not going to do that. So is it really that surprising that there's someone backstage that has it out for Owens?
And listen, guys, before any shade is thrown towards people like Triple H or anything like that, there's no... I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, as Booker T would say, I'm just saying... if there is reports, it's just interesting that anytime there's a talent that the IWC likes, they instantly get stifled. And to the point where we have to have a yes movement or a CM Punk pipe bomb moment or a Kevin Owens movement like we were having right now, and if they're going to try and put these roadblocks in front of them to try and not succeed, as fans, we need to stay behind them. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know but there's politics, and to debate that, I mean, to say that there isn't politics in the WWE, you're crazy. I'm sorry. I think you're right. I completely agree. I think it's a mixture of both. I think it's a backstage political move because they want John Cena's there. As soon as Cena lost to Owens, Cena's merchandise went down, and heaven forbid the Golden Boys merchandise goes down. I respect the hell out of John Cena, but...
Yeah, but did his merchandise go down and someone else's go up?
It doesn't matter.
Because then does that matter? Because they're basically selling the exact same merch. It's just John Cena's not getting
it doesn't matter,
numbers.
But, I mean, and again, these are things that, so... I don't know. I feel like this is partially because they still see Cena as their gravy train, and they should. But at the same time, I do feel like this is maybe... right now, there's nobody else for Rollins, and if they are done, if they legitimately are done with Kevin Owens, and that is a damn shame. Again, not that he needed the championship. We talked about this on warm up. I don't think he necessarily needed the championship, but I hope they are not booking him to fail. Mm-hmm. And that was our issue with the submission finish, yesterday. But I think that, I don't know. Again, it's speculation, guys. I don't know. We'll hear more about it, but that is what it is. And right now, guys, it looks potentially like Seth Rollins versus John Cena. I don't know. Sam, I mean, is that... And I know I asked you it, but one last time, do you think it is yes or no? Keep it 100. Is that your WrestleMania match?
You said WrestleMania again.
I'm sorry, SummerSlam. I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah. I've been saying that.
Damn it, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's probably our SummerSlam match. And I don't want it. Although it'll be a hell of a match. Let's face it. It's going to be a good match. So we really shouldn't.
It'll just be like a one-off type of thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is just going to hold Rollins off storyline-wise. Not really storyline-wise, but to give him something to do, like a match in between this and the next pay-per-view. Until
John Cena wins the championship.
John Cena better not win that championship. Is he going to unify the WWE title and the US title?
Nah, if he did that, he would drop the United States Championship and they would have a tournament or a Battle Royal or something like that. But let's not forget, guys. Was it SummerSlam 2 years ago? It would have been 2 years ago, I believe. Daniel Bryan beat John Cena. And then Randy Orton cashed in as a plan B. If there is going to be some heat, if they're building towards a Triple H feud, could we potentially see a Sheamus cash in?
On who, John Cena or Rollins?
Whomever. At this point, I would think the title would have to change hands, and Cena would have 16 times, and it would be a cheap 16 time. But I don't know. I mean, either way, do you think we see a cash in?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. So I don't think that Sheamus and Randy Orton are done yet, and I don't think that they're gonna at least do a cash in until they're done with that storyline. So obviously that'll put Sheamus in the main title picture, and I don't know, that would just be losing it. And
moving to something else, we had a backstage segment with Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. The reunited family I know Sam is very excited about this. Bray Wyatt saying, "I am never alone. I'm an enigma. You know, I have family. You know, my family will always be with me." Luke Harper says, "This is just the beginning. We will never stop." I love that the back of his vest or whatever he had on tonight was a dartboard with Roman Reigns' face on it and darts going into it.
It was funny.
It was absolutely great. But it was another wonderful Wyatt family promo like we've all known to love and grow to, you know, absolutely fall in love with. And we're going to get into a little bit more with him later on. Sam, now that they're reunited, and it looks like we might have Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns on another side, because when Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns, when Luke Harper and Roman Reigns had their match later in the night, Dean Ambrose comes out with Roman Reigns, helps Roman Reigns after an attack on Roman Reigns, and they really go over. I mean, and so what do you think about this?
I think that it's obviously setting up some sort of tag match.
Now, here's the interesting question, though, because it was really rumored that Sting would get involved. So, right now, it does look so much...
Why would Sting get involved?
The big rumor is Sting is getting involved in a Bray Wyatt feud. With this Bray Wyatt feud, it was going to be the Wyatt family.
Bray Wyatt feud.
Originally, it was going to be the Wyatt family versus... potentially with a new third member instead of Roman, versus Sting versus Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. Now maybe, and that's where
I can see that.
Can Sting maybe just show up at SummerSlam?
They book him as the vigilante Sting,
right?
I mean, they could bring him in as the third member if the Wyatt family debuts a third member at SummerSlam.
No, Sting wouldn't be a part of the Wyatt family.
No, I wasn't saying a part of the Wyatt family. I'm saying if the Wyatt family debuts a new member, I could see Sting coming out at SummerSlam being like, okay, well, you guys have 3 guys. I'm coming up here to help the good guys.
I will say this. Reigns and Harper put on an amazing
match.
A great match. A fantastic match. And this is why we talked about it on warm-up. I kind of wish that Wyatt and Reigns were going one-on-one again. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah.
I thought their match... I liked their match last night.
I can never get enough of Dean Ambrose, though.
I know,
what else do they have for Dean Ambrose right now?
In a tag match...
I'm not going to complain.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But now, with the Sting rumors looming so heavily, though, how does he fit into this? Because right now it's just 2-on-2, and I can't see them adding a new Wyatt family member. I can't.
No?
I don't... Who would you... We made a bunch of funny predictions earlier. Who would you put as the new Wyatt family member?
Who would I put?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a tough one. Heath Slater? He's already from West Virginia.
Oh.
Would he not fit in? No?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that one. But yeah, no, I will say this. Ambrose, Reigns, definitely looking, I'm going to use the overused term here, but definitely looking strong tonight. I thought it was a great showing by all 4 members. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Dean Ambrose. I mean, the whole Roman Reigns, the whole segment I thought went off really well. They're really building something special for SummerSlam, too.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
Now, and before we had the big triple threat match of the night, and then we're going to break the matches down for you guys, too. We had a Rusev segment backstage. It was really Lana starting off the segment, giving a Dolph Ziggler update on his health status. When he went, not knowing when he'd be back, talking about how it was a throat injury. And then we have Summer Rae. And I'm going to kind of just give a couple points, and I'm just going to let Sam go on this one because it's usually just more entertaining that way anyway. Summer Rae appears, and then we have Rusev come out of nowhere. Rusev then saying that his actions speak much louder than his words. Plants a nice big one on Summer Rae right in front of Lana. Tells Lana she looks tired and she might need some rest. And then Summer slaps Lana. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Tong Po. And that's Rusev. Guys, you got to watch Xavier Woods' video game show, Tong Po. 3 people are going to get that reference. But you were going nuts. Go ahead.
Am I the only one who finds it weird and creepy that at first Rusev was stalking Lana? Now he's got this new girlfriend that he's dressing up like a sluttier version, B version of Lana. And I don't know, I lost it. I love all this Lana Rusev stuff because it's hilarious.
Love it.
It's hilarious.
Now, you do realize that this is just going to lead to Lana being a little less conservative, right?
Yeah.
This is just the first tease of what's might be a back and forth going on of just like... And granted, guys, it's not going to get to where it was at one point. Don't think I'm saying that. But I thought it was an interesting little...
Summer Rae looked like slutty business Barbie.
I don't...
No?
I don't even really know how to respond to that.
She did.
Is there a business Barbie, really?
Yeah, there probably is.
Is there really?
There probably is a business Barbie. A businesswoman
Barbies
Barbie.
are there? I thought it was just a Barbie.
There's every kind of Barbie under the sun. How do you not know this?
I don't know. Because my daughter does not play with Barbies. Anyway, so now, as far as that goes, guys, that's the non-match stuff that we had. I want to say one last thing about Rusev. I love everything about Rusev right now. I think now that he's being able to show his character and his deadpan comedy, guys, I'm sorry, it's great. If you don't catch little nuances in what Rusev is doing, he's brilliant. I love him. I know you were a big Rusev mark before I am. So, Sam, where are you at with Rusev right now?
I'm loving Rusev. It's one of my favorite storylines going on right now, and it's just I can see why they at first wanted to bring him in as like a comedy character because he is funny.
Right.
It really is. It's just so funny that this is the storyline that they're going with, and they're making it hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Because any other way, this storyline wouldn't work out. Like women would be outraged,
right.
and it would just be complete chaos. But they're really pulling it off well.
And of course, we wish Dolph Ziggler a speedy recovery from his injury.
So
anyway, so real quick, two matches we can get out of the way real quick. PTP versus Los Matadores. Xavier Woods coming out with the New Day, congratulating primetime players as they stated in the most unlikeliest of places. Los Matadores with the pinfall. I believe Titus O'Neil took the pinfall to Fernando. Fernando. And I mean, guys, they're dressed the same.
They had masks
Whatever.
on, I don't know.
Yeah, so that was that. So it looks like this New Day feud will continue. At least we hope so. Miz versus Big Show. Triple H said it was a match that should be made after Miz was barking in Triple H's ear. Big Show wins with an elbow off the second rope. Sam, anything else other than this, leading up to now a legit injury? Again, Ryback get well. This is just leading up to furthering the Intercontinental match till Ryback comes back. Now, we had Brie versus Charlotte with Naomi, Tamina, and Sasha on commentary. Of course, the Bella Army in one corner, and Charlotte, Paige, and Becky Lynch. I don't know what their team name is, guys. I'm not doing the whole team name things with these divas. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, neither am I.
But we have Charlotte winning the via figure 8 leg lock. Sam, what did you think?
I thought it was amazing.
It was a great match.
It was amazing.
Great match. And you know what? I'm going to give it to Brie. She definitely stepped her game up. I thought Brie held her own. Absolutely.
No, I thought it was funny, though, whenever Charlotte, caught her, Brie was going to kick her, and Charlotte caught her foot, and Brie's first reaction was, oh my gosh, fix my hair. Real quick.
You would.
She just, caught your leg, and you're about to kick her, and your first reaction is, fix my hair real quick. Okay, I'm good. Back into the game. I'm a girl. I catch those little things. She legit, took a second stop to fix her hair and, push her hair back real quick.
So,
which, if you've got your, legs locked in by Charlotte, that's not your first intention. Your intention is on Charlotte.
One thing I did, I think Cole called Tamina Tina.
He did.
It was either Cole or JBL.
He kept fucking up Tamina's name. And they called him out on it.
And I did like that they called out Charlotte for using her father to get to the top.
Yeah.
And,
Tamina doesn't use her father.
It was pretty cool. But Charlotte getting the win there. And then later on we had Paige and Becky Lynch in a tag team match pairing up against Naomi and Sasha Banks. The Bella Army on commentary. Sasha taps Paige with the Banks statement. Sam, your thoughts?
You know what happened at the beginning of this match?
Yes.
They kept showing the fucking Bellas on commentary. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch were going at it in the middle of the ring, and it was so good, and then they just cut to the Bellas, and I got so pissed off.
I agree.
Because they even did, the behind view, behind their heads, so you could see their heads and what was going on in the ring, and I was like, why not just show what the fuck is going on in the ring?
Yeah.
I can hear the Bella Twins. It's all screeching like chalk in my ear. Like, I know they're there. You don't need to show them.
Yeah.
Just show me the real women that are wrestling right now.
But at least we did get to see a lot of women's wrestling tonight, and very good women's wrestling. So, going to the main event, Cena, Cesaro, Orton versus Rusev, Owen, Sheamus. Guys, this is the 6-on-6. We knew, I think we all knew there wasn't going to be much going into this. Sheamus leaves. Owens leaves. This was more about Lana than anything else. So, Lana comes out. When Lana comes out,
Lana just threw her fucking heel at
when
Summer
the
Rae's
shoes
chest.
come off, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen of the world, when the shoes come off, trust me, when them high heels come off, it's not a good thing. You know business is about to pick up. I know anyone affiliated with a woman should know if them heels are coming off, just get out the way. Please, get out of the way.
His heels hurt.
So we see a nice little cat fight coming that way, but then we see poor Rusev going from an AA into the Cesaro swing into an RKO.
Into a slingshot, into an RKO.
Yeah, right, slingshotted into an RKO. Absolutely brilliant. Team Face goes out on top, I guess Team Cena. I don't know, interesting way to finish off the night. What did you think? Overall about Raw tonight, what did you think?
I thought it was a really good Raw. I mean, I thought that last match, it was really good. The ending to that match was amazing. Just that little combo at the end. What just kept getting me is I just hate Randy Orton being billed as a face. There's just nothing more irritating to me than a face.
Wait a minute. When we had
he's gray. He's a gray character, but they're billing him with the faces right now, and there's just nothing more annoying to me than that.
But I know, but you're saying that, so he's a face?
He's a gray character, but they're booking him with the faces of this particular storyline.
So this argument that we always have, and when I say, but he's being
a
booked
fucking
as a face.
gray character. Okay, I will punch you right now.
No.
I hate having this argument.
No, when we had Jimmy Corderas, we were so gracious because he finally settled a years long argument, and like he said, that's a referee. That's what he does. So, sir, Mr. Corderas, thank you. So I shouldn't really be arguing, but I'm a heel, so I kind of still have to. It's my thing.
Yeah, remember your place. I'm the champ here. I'm the Seth Rollins in this situation.
You're the Jannetty in this situation. So, Sam, really, what grabbed you from tonight? What's the big thing that you took out of tonight's Raw?
The big thing I took out of tonight's Raw is that the Divas, division is in good hands.
I think they're in the right direction that way. What I picked out was, I feel like WWE really knew they had some skeptics out there about Lesnar Taker 2. And what they wanted to do was ensure that people were going to be absolutely engaged. And guys, it felt real. I mean, let's face it. If you really sat back, and again, it's just when we talked about it on warm up, we've become we micromanage these shows so much. I just kind of sat back and broke the illusion of what was real and what was fantasy for a minute. And it really made me appreciate what they did. Now, I felt like it was a big segment. And call me naive, call me this, call me that, call me whatever. But I think it was just something that the match needed for the skeptics out there. And I think that really stood out to me as I think the big point of the night. And I think they advanced a lot of the storylines or planted seeds in the right direction for SummerSlam, so that now that we really have an idea on the talking points moving forward.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I completely agree.
So, all right, now, who looked the best tonight?
Who looked the best tonight? What do you mean?
Who looked the best? Come on, no. Let's freshen it up. We always say let her grade this. No. You're a woman. Who wore it best tonight? Who looked the best?
Oh, Lana or Summer Rae?
No, just anyone. Ring attire, I'm putting you on the spot.
Seth Rollins?
See, I'm surprised. I actually thought she was going to say Sasha Banks. I thought she was going to say Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks is also on point.
Because you were going nuts about Sasha.
Yeah, because they were doing a promo with Sasha Banks, and you kept pausing it, and it kept pissing me off.
Well, no,
I legit yelled at him, yelling, "Would you stop fucking pausing Sasha?"
Sorry.
I got angry.
It's a long story why something was going on.
Don't come with me and the ball.